Okay, you guys, so I'm going to do a trick, okay, with this. I can do it with bigger candies, but I'm going to do it with this one first, okay? I'm going to put it in my mouth, and I'm going to swallow it. And I'm going to show you guys that I don't have it in my mouth, and then I'm going to show you how I bring it back up, okay? Here we go. Okay. Now look. See, I don't have it. Now, I'm going to bring it back up, okay? Look.
Welcome to the S.Banks and the JD Network podcast. I'm your host, S.Banks, and I'm joined with my co-host,
JD Network.
and we have a great podcast for you today. Much love for tuning in. So what are we talking about today?
The title of our podcast today is Revealing the Dirty Secrets of Modern Women.
That sounded freaky.
It did, freak a
I like that.
Okay.
Okay, so we have 2 clips for you today. And it's a few clips in that collection. But yeah, anything you want to add before we just jump in and play those clips?
We're going to jump in and play those clips.
Okay, man. So let's just jump in, play those clips, and we're going to come back and we're going to give you our thoughts. So without further delay, here's clip, or should I say collection, number 1.
I had a one-night stand last night, and he says to me, "Oh my God, that was amazing. You want to play a game?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And he's like, "Have you ever heard of the airplane game?" And I'm like, "Sounds kinky, but no. How do you play that?" And he's like, "You take the fuck off."
Classy women don't have one-night stands. We have auditions. It's not our fault you didn't get a call back.
What is you guys' opinion on one-night stands?
Honestly, I've slept with probably at least 70 to 90 men, and 90% of them are probably one-night stands. Who gives a fuck? It's possible a woman slipped in there. Like, there'd be no way of knowing.
Okay, it started. That's the end of the collection and clip number 1. What's your thoughts?
Well, to the first video, the lady is saying that she, the lady saying that she had a one-night stand. First of all, I don't see why everyone needs to know that, but okay. I don't understand, the culture of today of recording everything and exposing yourself. But if that's what you want to do, then be my guest. It's up to you. It's your life. Okay, what she was saying was basically the guy is telling her to get out straight after
He told her signal the plane. He was signaling the plane. Leave.
Yes.
Leave. Go.
Like, bye.
Yeah.
Yes. So he's saying to her, take the F off. Okay, honestly,
That was funny though.
it was funny because the first thing I did was laugh.
Yeah.
But serious side to it, well, it's not serious, but he didn't need to be rude. And there's two sides to it. First of all, the first side, he didn't need to be rude because you can have like a certain level of respect for each other. I understand that as a one-night stand, and you may not respect her as in her choices to have a one-night stand, as in he's a stranger to her. So I get it. Men don't really respect women who they have one-night stands with because they're seen as easy.
Fellas, put in the comments. Do you respect women that you have one-night stands with? Or let's just say the same situation that this lady in the first clip was in. Do you respect women like that? Would you have told that woman to signal the plane? Put in the comments. What's your thoughts on that?
Yes,
Continue.
please do. Let us know.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So he didn't need to be rude about it. He could have just said like, "I'm tired," or make up an excuse.
Coulda, woulda,
Obviously,
shoulda.
he's clearly very blunt, or he just doesn't give a shit. Who knows? But I think you should have. a certain level of
Wi-
respect.
women tend to respect Pookies and Raries or Brads and Chads.
Yeah.
Where you got dudes that are, let's just say, softer, less alpha. And if he said that, she'll be like, what? Who are you to talk to me like that? How dare you? You need to respect me.
It's just her face after she said that part. It's just
Doesn't really matter her face or not.
I know, but I still think, you have a certain decency sort of thing. Like, there's no need to be rude.
I must use that one.
Okay.
To the plane.
Anyway,
Take coffee though.
the other side to it, like I said, I kind of said it already, but where the guy doesn't actually respect her, so it's sort of like,
So what
hey, it is what it is.
should that guy have done in that situation?
First of all, I'm looking at it more on the woman side of it.
Of course
And
you are.
on the man side of it, she could have maybe have been a bit feisty to him prior, or rude or standoffish, or
Yeah, we don't know the
whatever.
full
We don't
context,
know
but
as to why
let's-
he said that.
Let's base it off of what in the clip. Let's base it off just the clip.
Well, from how she's saying it, how she's portraying it, she didn't sound like she done anything wrong. It was just a one night stand
So
thing.
you're saying that in those kind of situations, maybe men should be more respectful. Ladies, put in the comments, do you think that men should be more respectful in those situations? Because as much as us men want women to drop their drawers as quick as possible, that it's a good thing for us. But more often than not, we don't really respect those kind of women. So it kind of makes us do that. I'm not saying I agree, but I'm just saying that listen, that's the trade-off.
Let me put it this way. So I understand that it was a one night stand and you guys see it in a certain way when women do stuff like that. That's fine. That's how you lot view it. It's cool. But with her, not her in particular, but this is her situation.
Yeah, women
So
in that same
I'm just
situation.
saying, say she didn't actually do anything wrong other than the one night stand, but say she was cool, she was a cool person. You both sort of clicked, whatever, you was cool, everything was cool. Like, she didn't say anything out of turn, or she wasn't rude or anything like that. So then you look, do your thing, and it's like, get the hell out. And it's like,
But you know what? I'm not saying men don't do stuff like that, right? But to be fair, if she's cool and you got on and you chopped up, you did your thing or whatever, more time, rational men don't really do that. So she probably met an a-hole and he just moved like that. But more time, often than not, women prefer those kind of dudes. And my note was this, right? Society tells us that women are these innocent, delicate creatures that wouldn't hurt a fly. After listening to that clip, if I was beta and I was blue pill, I beg to differ. And I'm not just saying just from that one clip. You see it all over social media. Women are just openly admitting their promiscuous behavior.
yes.
This is normal now. But the thing is this, it's not just today that it happens. It's happened a long time ago. It's just that it's being filmed now.
But there's a big difference in that, though. People may have said it back in the day. Women may have said it, expose themselves in that way by word of mouth. But it's like you said, it's being filmed. Once that person press post to whatever network she's sending it through,
Yeah.
it's out there. So some people hang on to videos for years.
Well, once you put it out there,
It's
out
out
there forever, right?
Exactly.
But my thing is this, if that's a woman's audition to be wifed up, because what they do is this, they're on the carousel wheel for a long time. As she said, one night stands, Brads and Chads, Pookies and Rays. She does her thing, right? She goes round and round and round and round till she gets bored. And then she realizes, just like the lady in Sex and the City, the older one, or all of them. But let's just talk about the older one. She realized at a certain point, oh, guys are going for the younger model of me. So then in turn, she hit the wall. Now that she's hit the wall, she's thinking, women previous to hitting the wall think, oh, I'm always going to get men holler like this. And even a woman 100 years old can still get dudes holler. Yes, she can. But it's not the men that she wants. So
No.
in turn, women hit the wall. And then they say, oh, now she wants to cash out.
Yeah.
But then what you've put out there on social media, men can see this.
Exactly.
So when a woman can say, This is who I am. Yada yada yada. You can just check her Instagram and see what she's saying, right? And my
See
thing
what
is
type
this.
of person she
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
So my thing is this. So if this is women auditioning for the role of wife or man to wifey them
They're
to
doing a
be
bad
in a
job.
committed long-term relationship, you didn't get the job.
No, you done a terrible job if that was your goal.
I'm just saying.
Ladies,
Yeah.
don't do stuff like that. If you're auditioning to be a wife,
Yeah.
that's the wrong route to take. You don't expose yourself, just like we've done many other podcasts. There was one in particular, female that we played a clip of, and she was saying that she's basically proud to be a side chick, and she's saying, I swear not to do such and such. She will do such and such.
Yeah.
Being your
She's
side
sworn
chick.
in.
She won't tell your wife. She won't do blah
And
blah
I like
blah.
that. That's good.
That's cool, but there's a big but. Now, if you're auditioning to get a man and not just to be a side chick, or say she wants to be that guy's wifey, not stay as a side chick, your audition is not very good. Because you're putting yourself out there to say, I am a side chick. This is what I'll do as being a side chick.
But I think society today makes women believe that they got options, endless options. And when they're ready to settle down, when they get bored of the carousel wheel, then
now she wants to cash out.
she can cash out.
But a lot of women forget that there's less men than women in the world. So
Yeah, but women are only going for certain kind of men.
what are the 20%?
So women only want top tier men, you know, let's just say 6 feet tall, 6 figures, 600 horses, that guy. But then the thing is this, average women, you can't get those men. I'm not saying that there's no exceptions to the rule. Of course there is. But what I'm saying is that even if you've been on a carousel wheel for a long time, right? You have problems pair bonding with men anyway, right? And if it's put on social media, this is what you do. Why would the kind of guy that you want after seeing that accept you and say, yeah, you know what, sign me up. I want this person to bear my kids in charge of my legacy. I don't think so.
Thank you.
I'm just saying.
It's very simple. I don't understand why people
Women
don't
50
understand that.
years, they got this. They understood this. They got the assignment.
Yeah.
Women today,
They
don't. They don't even, the men that they say they want, they don't even know what those men want. And that's
No.
a massive problem.
It is. But you choosing, oh, he has to be 6 foot something and he has to be making 6 figures and all of this stuff. Yeah, sounds nice, sounds good. But you're narrowing your chances more and more by having such high standards and having such, you know, whatever you want to call it. You're making your chances smaller and smaller.
Yeah, but they still want men to be traditional, the traditional man, but they're not a traditional woman.
No. If a man is traditional, he usually wants a
You
traditional
still
woman.
want me to pay all the bills. You still want me to be faithful to you. But then if we're in a relationship, you don't mind putting your first traps out there. Now, ladies, put in the comments if this is you. What was I watching? I can't remember. I don't want to call no one's name, right? I was watching something, I think yesterday or earlier today. I can't remember what day it was, right? But it was recent. And the lady is on her like 3rd divorce. She got she was in a relationship. Her first marriage didn't work out because she wanted to first trap. She wanted to still post like dudes pictures. She wanted to do everything to show that I'm still single. I'm still on lease with an option to buy. Right? She likes high value men, top tier men. So then she leaves the first guy, and then she gets with a second guy while being with the first guy. And the ironic twist to the story is this: the second guy that she met paid for the divorce of her with the first guy. But check the twist. There's a twist, though. There's a twist. Let me finish. There's a twist, right? So then she wants to divorce the second guy now. And she wants the third guy that she's dealing with
to pay for the second guy.
Exactly. but the reason for both divorces is because she said, oh, they were controlling. And we know what that whole controlling means.
So she wasn't allowed to do what she wanted
Yeah, she
to
couldn't
do,
wear
as
skimpy
in
stuff.
first traps.
Yes, that's what it came down to, right?
Okay.
Now, I know you're gonna have detractors and women in the comments say, why shouldn't a woman be able to do blah blah blah?
You can.
You
don't
can.
mean you're gonna keep your man.
You can.
You do what you like.
But the kind of men that you want, listen, you have to understand. If you look, we're not talking about celebrities and actors and the football players and athletes or whatever. We're not talking about those guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you're talking about a doctor or let's say an average man. If you do those kind of things, what about his image? Because remember, you bear his legacy. So if his wife is tap and doing her thing, right? How does that look on him? He can't rein in his wife. Why would he want you? It doesn't make no sense. If you think about men vet women, and I need to vet the risk of the woman.
Yeah.
And these women today, what I heard in that clip, they're at high risk.
Yeah.
Just like when they hit 35 and that high risk pregnancy.
Red flags.
It's the truth. And they talk about, oh, at 35, I want to have 4 or 5 kids. It's the truth.
Ladies,
truth.
you need to be realistic. That's just
I'm
ridiculous.
not saying there's no exceptions to the rule, but I'm saying, look, if you wanted to have 4 or 5 kids, look, realistically, why would you start at 35 and you say I'm young? You still feel young.
Okay.
And then some of them say, even some black folks be like, oh, black don't crack. It does crack if you don't look after it.
Yeah.
And not even in the sense of just black people, I'm saying with a lot of women today, right? Modern women, they look young and fresh, but if you look up close, you can see their soul is old. It's beaten and battered because they've been on the carousel wheel. They're not happy. I can see the stress, even though they look young. It's true.
That's true. The younger generations are definitely looking a lot older.
Yeah. The wall is undefeated.
It is undefeated, and it's hitting a lot of the youngers very quickly compared to some of the olders. Because some of the olders, as in the 80s babies, 90s babies, you know, some of them actually look better than the youngers of today. How? You are young, fresh, you just born the other day.
We could argue the food has changed, things are more
That's
processed.
true. That's true.
The water's more effed up.
Yeah.
But we don't want to get into all of that. But I will say how the culture has changed in society. For me, looking at some women, and yeah, they look good. You may be attracted, but you just look old, innit? And a woman 35, she's not old, but you know, it's midlife, innit?
Yeah.
Even though they think midlife is at 50, 60. No, midlife is those kind of ages, right? But I can see you look like you're about 50 inside. The eyes are the window to the soul.
Yeah.
And we see you. Some guys may not say these things to you because they don't want to upset you because they're scared that they ain't going to get the cooch. But the guys that you want is going to say it. I'm going to say it.
Oh.
I don't care if I don't get a cooch. So what? So what? I like money.
Okay.
Ain't nothing more pretty in your pocket than money.
Get those coins.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
I would just say for the ladies who are 35 and you want 5 children, it's like, you're not being realistic. First of all, even your doctors will tell you, or hospital, wherever you go medically, they will tell you that 35 is, you know, not a great age. That's when, first of all, your eggs go bad.
They start to, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And your kids can possibly have problems. Obviously, it hasn't happened to everyone, no, but some women are unfortunate and your child has like disabilities.
Yeah,
and
but they
stuff.
always turn around and say, oh, but my friend down the road or this person.
That's
and
them.
yada, yada, yada.
They're not you. You are you. They are them. They was lucky enough to not, that didn't happen to them. But some women, it happens to. That's why they will suggest that you have children earlier than 35 years old. So if you're starting at 35 and you want 5 kids, you need to have a child every year.
Yeah, but if you think about modern women today, women in general, right? You think about how they move, the culture, they're not being traditional. They can't settle down. They can't pay a bond. They turn around and say, oh, there's no good men left, or they're either gay or in prison, right? But that's not the truth. There's many viable men that's out there. It's just that your average woman today thinks that she thinks she's a queen, a princess, a diva, and she looks down her nose at men that are average, even though this lady may be overweight. She's average in her face. She ain't doing nothing special.
Take me as I am.
Exactly.
It's one
So
of those ones.
just because a woman dates up, and she would dates across and up. So if she dates across and up, and she has a dude that had a that's high value, and he's done his thing with her, she thinks, oh, he actually wants to be with her. Men take they take opportunities when it presents itself. It is what it is. You may be a slow Tuesday to that dude, but then you think, oh, you know what? I can get this kind of man to stay with me. They bring no substance. I'm generalizing, but a lot of them bring no substance. They just lead with their coochie. And then they turn around and say, oh, there's no viable men. Well, all you've got to bring to the table is the coochie. And don't even get me started on what you bring to the table. That's offensive to so many women.
Why?
Because I think
It's a
that is
question.
it's a question, but I think that brings the mirror up close to those women.
Yeah, and they don't like to look in the mirror.
Yes.
They see an illusion when they look in the mirror.
Yeah.
It's smoke and mirrors. Instead of it's not clear.
It's not even a smoking mirror. It's the mirror. The mirror is clear. It's like when a guy says, "What do I bring to the table?" More time, women are thinking, what do I bring to the table? Kind of like that podcast we did where the guy, remember that, was she 33? And a guy that she liked, he asked her, if you're going to be my girlfriend, what do you bring? What do you bring other than looks and some Gucci? And she was like, hold up a second. But to get a woman to think like that, with that guy, she must have liked him.
She liked him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the truth, right? And a lot of women don't think like that. And some of them learn too late.
Yeah.
You learn too late.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I'll say the younger generation should learn from the older ones. So, I mean, the females that's in their teens and 20s should learn from the females in their 30s.
Doesn't go
and
like that.
40s.
Doesn't work like that though.
It doesn't always work like that, no. But I'm saying they should look at them as an example, because a lot of people, well, a lot of women, some women are waking up and realizing, oh, I did this wrong.
Some women are woke.
I'm talking about real woke, not fake woke.
Oh, man.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm saying some women. Okay, there's certain people that do YouTubing, right?
Yeah.
And they have it's been men, and they have said certain things about women that women haven't heard of, or they're like, raw, like they just said it like blasé, like wow. And then not that they took it, in a nice way, but at least they're being honest. And women are not used to hearing men. Can I even say that?
They're not used to men saying the truth or saying
Can
how
I
they
say
feel.
that? It depends. Everyone lives a different life. Some people know men that will just say the truth. Some people know men that will tell them lies, I guess.
A lot of women are content with their beta male orbiters.
Yeah.
But it's not the guys that you really want. That's why those guys are orbiting around your planet. They ain't never going to land on that planet, but you like them there. Just look at them like stars. But with that said, I'm going to play the other clip. After that, I want to touch on the problems with men.
Okay.
Because we spoke about women. I need to talk about men as well. So without further delay, let's play clip number 2.
What the fuck do you do when you get out of a relationship and you've already had a shit ton of hoe stages and you don't want to hoe anymore? What do you do then?
Okay, you guys, so I'm going to do a trick, okay? With this. I can do it with bigger candies, but I'm going to do it with this one first, okay? I'm going to put it in my mouth and I'm going to swallow it. And I'm going to show you guys that I don't have it in my mouth. And then I'm going to show you how I bring it back up, okay? Here we go. Okay. Now look. See, I don't have it now. I'm gonna bring it back up, okay? Look.
Well, I have really fucked up neck now. I have a pinched nerve.
Like a wrestler.
And yeah, my C6 and 7 are out of place, the disc slipped, and then my brain stem actually comes out of pocket a little bit. And I know for a fact it's pile driver from bending my head like this and having that like constant impact.
So do you not do that position anymore?
I mean, I try not to, but it's really hard because it's kind of like, it's like my move.
She's committed to the
like
art,
I went to the orthopedic and he was like, you can't. And I was like, but this is like, but look, this is like my move. Yeah,
so
I
what, you go to
him.
the doctor and just tell him all these crazy sex positions you're doing?
Yeah, for sure.
These last 10 months, January to October, have been my hoe months. I've been doing some fuckboy shit and some hoe shit. So for a bit, I felt really guilty about it. And then I started to question, like, why am I doing this? Why am I behaving this way? Why am I going outside of the norm of how I generally behave to this, like, who is this person? And when I say hoe phase, I don't mean that I was, like, accepting money in exchange for sex. Definitely not that. But, you know, like, I've been having a good amount of sex. I think I've had up until this point. Most, if not all, I've had sex with previously or I've known for a really long period of time. The one instance where it felt like it was going to be a one-night stand, and that would have been my first one-night stand, actually turned out to be more of like a continuing tryst. So why am I sharing this?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That was the end of that clip. Yeah,
Can
right.
I just say, in that last video, that beat, I like that beat still. That's why I was, about to look along to it. But then you get distracted from the things that she's saying. It's like, what the hell?
She went for a whole phase. She went for a whole phase, right? Mm-hmm. Then I had my first one night stand, and then when she talks about one night stands, it's someone that she knew, kind of thing. That's what she's leading to. Guys, listen. As I said, I want to talk about the men. I want to talk about these particular clips. But let me add this point, man. You have men that will buy farts in a jar.
Oh Lord, yeah.
With a couple of rose petals, right? You allow women like this to do this.
Yeah.
And still feel like they can get wifeyed. Men, See, I don't like talking about the men because I believe the reason why women act like this today is because of weak men.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying £1,000 or dollars or whatever you pay, but I know it's 1,000, right? You're paying a bag to smell a tinking fart.
A tinking fart.
What is wrong with them, man?
I don't know. I don't see why.
How did it get so bad?
I don't know. I can't. I don't know. But when I first heard that story of a woman selling her farts in a jar, I thought it was like, this is clearly not true.
No, exactly. Because
it is.
It's true. But my thing is this, right? You got men nowadays trying to play the role of the nice guy, trying to out nice the other guy so he can get some vajayjay. Then he tries to outbid and pay for it, and the woman takes the money, but none of them got laid.
No.
Then they want to complain, click on some YouTube channels, red pill channels, or black pill channels, and talk about, oh, I got some red pill rage. What's wrong with these women? My nigga, it's you.
You're paying for farts in a jar. So,
but you wonder why she don't rate you.
Let's just clarify something quickly. There's a lady who sells her farts. So she farts in a jar, closes the lid, and sends it to men, and men pay hundreds. I don't know what the top rate is, but they pay hundreds of pounds, dollars, whatever, for her fart. So they request for her to eat cheese, eat certain things that stink, right? And for her to fart inside of a jar. Fellas, this is probably your lowest. This is... I've never heard... So I've heard a lot of things about what some men do, but this is probably the lowest thing I've heard. For you've actually paid money. So you've gone to work or whatever you did to get money.
Pathetic.
You paid for someone to fart in a jar, so it gets sent to you. You open it and smell it. Are we being for real?
Yes. The aroma
of a stinking fart. Are you being serious?
But the thing is this, right? you got men today that's 30 years old that's still virgins. And I have to emphasize on the lame men. Some men may be 30 and say, you know what? I can't be bothered with chicks. They're too much to deal with. I get that. But we know most of those men, if that's 10 men, but let's just say there's 100 men, one or two of those men is going to say, I can't be bothered, right? 8 of those men are lame. 8 of those men are lame. They're so thirsty. Women prey on those kind of men because they need those men for free non-S attention. And those men, they will go on these, remember old school Babe Station? Call up. They will go on these women's lives, OnlyFans, just to engage with a conversation with a woman. Because we have to think about the psychology behind that. Why do these dudes do that? Because they actually engage with the woman in hope, the fact that maybe one day she will be with me, she will choose me, so I'm gonna out nice the other guy just so I can get some vajayjay. Bro, you ain't getting nothing. And that's the way it's gonna stay.
That's why you're still a virgin, if that's you.
Okay, say you got laid. Because some dudes, okay, women in the West, yeah, they're peak, I get it. But you got some dudes say, raw, go Colombia, go to this place, get your passport. Listen, because you're paying for prostitutes. Listen, for me, right, I ain't tooting my own horn, right? I don't need to go abroad to get no chicks. If I can't do it in where I'm at, then it is what it is. If you're not trying to wifey these chicks, why are you asking for a body count?
Oh yeah, you shouldn't care.
Why are you bothering about a body count? I'm trying to tell her signal the plane.
You're trying to add to her body count. Yeah,
I'm trying to smash, tell her leave, signal the plane. So why am I bothered if she has a high body count? The only concern would be like, oh, has she got any medical problems where am I gonna need to go to clinic?
Yeah. Because
you know what I'm talking about. They don't want to put that plastic thing up in your sitting. They don't feel nice. So if a woman has too many men and she's too scandalous, then okay, cool, I'm not gonna deal with her. That's the only way I want to know her body count. But some dudes would be like, you know what? I don't care. Woman could be like, I got all kind of things. Dudes be like, dude, I'ma lick that out. I'ma this, I'ma that. It's the truth.
I know.
Just because they say, raw, I want to secure this, and they try to breed it. Oh, then they wonder why they catch things, or they get played left, right, and center, played cheap. Then they turn around and say, oh, it's women. Oh my God, it's women. Why did she play me? Then you're Maury. The DNA results is in. The child is not yours. They wonder why they're in them situations. And don't get me wrong, it can happen to the best of us. But we have to tap in on these thirsty dudes.
Yeah.
It's the truth, man. It's the truth.
We do. Don't worry, fellas, you're going to get yours properly. This is just a little taster.
It's not even that, man. It's just that I just think to myself, how did it get so bad?
Yeah.
How did it get so bad? I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Yeah,
so let's go to...
What else do you want to add?
Let's go to the white female in the very first video of this collection. She was saying, basically, if you've had your hoe phase, and I believe she's saying if you want to settle down after you've had your hoe phase, what do you do? Something along those lines.
She wants to cash out.
Something along those lines. I would first say you keep your legs closed. That would be a great starter.
Okay, first of all, like, share, and subscribe. Secondly, ladies, put in the comments, have you had a whole phase? Keep it 100, man. Just be honest, right? Your dude might be beside you. You might have said to him, you're the first guy I've ever been with. Listen, fellas, most women that you deal with, she's had a past. We just have to be honest with that.
99.999% is not going to tell the truth.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that for free.
Women lie about their body count.
They do.
They will say, why they would say free as well? It's like, men click on, right? But women think, oh, men are stupid. No, you're talking about the idiot thirsty man. That even the thirsty man get it, but they're so thirsty they just want to smash. They don't care. But the men you want do care. Oh, how many people you slept with? And I don't recommend the man ask this. But if you're gonna ask it, I suppose the man is asking it to find out if she's just a liar how truthful she's gonna be. So you ask how many people you slept with. She goes, oh, 3 people. It's her ex, someone that she was seeing a potential to be her boyfriend. Oh, and just this guy that I thought was cool. Come to find out he wasn't that person. They all said the same thing. Ladies, we're on to you. I know the ladies are thinking now, shut the F up.
Exactly.
Why is he giving out all the game?
Exactly.
Listen, we're going to put together the Patreon and I'm going to give out more of the game. Don't worry about it. What else you want to add on that?
Ladies, I would try to defend you sometimes, but in this situation, I can't because it's true.
Exactly.
I've heard that from so many females as well. Oh, it's only been 3. It's like, okay.
Yeah, right.
Let's be realistic now. Yeah, we know that's not the case, but okay. Yes, I want to go back to the first clips that we was playing. And this was with the girl that, well, she asked, it's basically about one night stands. So she said that she's slept with 70 to 90 men.
And throwing some women.
She wasn't even sure whether she slept with women or not.
Oh,
she was babbling and saying all sorts
She
of
knew.
things. Yeah. She knew. Of course she knew. But she's clearly drunk. You can clearly see that. But she said
The alcohol is the drug of truth.
Yep.
Kind of like Wonder Woman's whip.
Yep. Yep. So she openly said she slept with 70 to 90 men. And we know nowadays, before it was doubling it, now it's tripling it. And so she slept with roughly around 270 men.
Yeah, if we double it like that.
No, we triple it nowadays. So she said at least...
See, I was being nice. I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt by doubling it. But yeah,
you have to
you're
triple
right.
it now.
You're right.
She said at least 90% were one night stands. Wow.
Sounds about right.
90% of the men she slept with has been one night stands. Now I want to click I want to speak about something. I'm not going to go too deep with it, but I want to speak about something. I want to talk about underlying issues. Now, some women do these sort of things, as in sleep with lots of men, because they have underlying issues, but they try to disguise it as if it's something, oh, I'm just, I'm having fun. Like she said, who gives a S?
That may be true, but that's not the case with a lot of women today. They do it because that's the culture.
That's true.
That's the culture today. That's normal today. Being promiscuous, showing your cupcakes, showing your bum, doing what you do. That's the culture today.
It
so
is.
You're judging it from rational women where, okay, this may be the rationale, the reason to why they're doing something. Now, no. They're ta.
Yeah, I was viewing it a bit
women
like that.
Today are, it's like they want the award for being in the whole Hall of Fame. That's what they want to be the biggest ta that they can be, the best ever, the one that did it, the GOAT.
Well, that's very sad.
No, it may be sad, but it's the truth.
Sad.
You have to be honest.
But I understand it's the truth and I can accept that, and my heart is still open. But it's just sad to me when I see videos of women say these sort of things. It's just sad because it's like, women like to, like I said, disguise it as, oh, I'm just having fun or whatever. We're just, okay, cool. You can have fun, but nah, it's just like, what are you really going through? Do you have, misplaced?
Look at it like this, right? Even if they're going through something, it is what it is, right? A man has to vet a woman. And even though you might feel, oh, my situation or whatever you're going through is exclusive, many people are going through it just like you. Now, I understand that someone's going through something. I get it. I'm not being mean or not having no empathy. I get it. But what I'm saying is the culture has changed.
It has.
And when the culture has changed, the mentality changes. And that means if the mentality is changed and it's acceptable from when they had that women's liberation, when they had that birth control pill,
messed up
women
everything.
couldn't get pregnant. Women are the gatekeepers to bedroom fun. They have access, or they can say who gets born and who does not get born. From when they can, if I catch anything, STDs or STIs, they can take a pill and get rid of it. If I get pregnant, they can delete or whatever,
Yeah.
right? The child. That may be the case, right? That's what it is nowadays. It's the culture. Who's to
It
say
is.
afterwards that they're not feeling the repercussions or previous to being on the carousel wheel to why they're doing what they do? But I'm just seeing it as the evidence is presented in front of me. I'm not looking at it like that. You're looking at it from, okay, this may be this person's situation, but even if it is, you're still doing what you're doing. A person can go around deleting people, right? It doesn't take away the fact that you go around deleting people.
No.
You can say this, he was mad, or this is the situation, and it might be valid. But no, it is what it is.
I think either way, whether you know full well you don't have no problems or you do have problems, it's sad both sides, because if the new age you're thinking like that, it's still sad to me, because you're just giving out your body, giving out your box to just any old Tom, Dick and Harry. And then later on in life, I'm
they
going to
talk
say
about-
Oh, now she wants to cash out.
exactly 100% of these women would when they get older
They want to
to a
cash
certain
out.
age, they want to cash out and they regret what they did before. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's sad to see, because it's like you do all these things at a young age or whatever. You can't connect. You can't
Yeah.
what's the word I'm looking for? You
Pair
can't
bond.
pair bond with men anymore. So you're trying to find. Okay. The reason why I say that as well, I've seen lots of videos of older women, and they're saying, "Oh, I don't know why." Like they meet men. First of all, yes, it can be a thing of you're just you're choosing poor men, so your decision making skills is not good. There's that, but say their decision making skills is not that bad to where they can attract.
Then why are they married?
Yes, but I'm saying, say
It's the truth.
it's
You see,
true.
I can
but
pick
I'm
holes in
saying
everything you're saying.
you can, but I'm not denying anything that you've said, right? I'm just saying that I've seen it so many times where the women say, "Oh, I like this guy." They just can't connect with the guys because you can't pair bond anymore, because you've just dealt
And the
with
thing
too
is
many
this,
men.
Those very same women are giving other women advice in how to be in relationships.
I don't think you
the
should.
same single women, and I always say it, and I will keep saying it. Women keep women single.
Definitely. If you have
Same.
made poor decisions in your life and you're of an older age and you ain't got to where you wanted to be and you can't find a man, or say you can find a man but you can't keep one, because women can typically find men but you can't keep one, they just want you for bedroom fun, they don't want you for anything else.
Okay.
I wouldn't say, for those sort of women, I wouldn't say don't give relationship advice. I would say just give advice as in your experiences. So it's like, okay, I did such and such wrong, and as a younger female, don't do these things because this wasn't the right choices, and that's what's put me in this position now.
You're right.
I know they're not going to do it, but I'm saying if you're going to give advice, give that advice. Don't give relationship advice because you don't have any skills in that. You don't have any. You don't know how to pair bond. You can't stay with a man longer than 6 months.
They may have skills in sucking the D, right? And older women, no, it's true. Older women are sometimes more skilled than younger women in those fields.
You've had a longer
That's so
time
good.
doing it.
But what I'll say is this. My last thing is this, right? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But my last thing is this. As women get older, they give less, but they expect more based on their experience. And then that's the reason to why, as I get older, they expect so much and they can't get that dude, because the dudes that you want is saying, well, you're coming as an older model of that 21-year-old version of yourself. You got baggage. You ain't so fly. You ain't so vibrant. All I get from you is bedroom fun, some skills in regards to that. But I can get a younger thing, train her up. You can sign language me all you like and say what young thing and try to make up whatever you want to make up or say what you say about me. But nonetheless, we all know it that men like younger women. It is what it is. So you get older, you give less, but you expect more. And then you wonder why that these women get older or no man, cat ladies and bitter. They don't want to see younger women do better because they want you to be just like them so they have some company. What is it? Misery needs company. That's my thoughts. Put in the comments if you disagree with that.
No, I agree with you.
Exactly.
I usually agree with you because it's true, and we have to be honest. A lot of people don't want to be honest. They know it's true, but they're like, no. They prefer to say no, blah blah blah, say whatever they're saying.
Whatever.
But it's true, you know.
Yeah. You can't be going through your whole phase and then go through your epiphany stage. And we did a podcast about that. We'll tag that as well. We'll tag a few podcasts that we've done in relation to what we're talking about today. But that's my thoughts on it. Add your thoughts and we close out.
To the ladies, like I keep saying, you can do what you please. I'm not telling you don't do what you're doing. Do it. It's your life. Do what you do best. I'm just saying, when you get to that older age, you will go through that epiphany stage of, oh my God, why didn't I have children earlier? Why didn't I settle down earlier? Why didn't I do certain things before? You will go through that stage because I think it's 100% of women, when they get to a certain age, that is exactly what they go through. I should have done this and this and this. And what you're saying before, that a lot of the elders are jealous of the youngers and they're not going to tell you the truth. They're going to keep saying the lie. They call it generational curses. Right? That's what they call it.
Or that curse
the
carry
elders they lie to the youngers, then the youngers do the same thing the elders did and they continue the pattern, and it goes from generation to generation to generation.
That cycle will continue, but for me, when reality hits delusional women is when you're older, and sometimes it's too late. So
it is.
Put in the comments what you guys think. Did you enjoy the podcast?
Yeah,
let us know. Obviously we've tagged all of our links to finding us, so if you got videos that you want us to review, email put those videos, or you can send to us on Instagram or email it to us, and we'll look at it, and we'll put if a lot of you put that one video, we'll talk about it. But that's our thoughts anyway. Anything else to add?
No.
All right, cool. Anyways, we out. Peace.